everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and today I'm doing a video about Bath & Body Works fall traditions throughout the years, and we are going to start in the year 2011 and go to present, and I'm going to go over every fall tradition body care that they came out with throughout the years. I'll show you photos, I'll give you scent notes, and yeah, it's going to be quite a video. I did do a video like this for Halloween. I will link that down below if you want to check it out. Halloween wasn't so hard because they didn't do, in the past, they didn't have a lot of Halloween body care, but fall they did. So there may be some scents that I missed, but basically I'm focusing on the fall traditions. As we go on throughout the years, I'm able to get more of the collections and different floor sets. So, but if there's anything that I like, any scent from the past that you loved or you owned, definitely let us know down below and what you thought of those scents, because a lot of these sound amazing and I wish they would bring these back. But if you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. I do Bath & Body Works content. I do Bath & Body Works updates, hauls, reviews, all that. And this is a series I started doing where I go through the past and all the body care that they used to have, because I love watching haul videos and seeing people with older scents that are discontinued. So that's why I chose to do all this research, which took me all day to share with you guys. But anyways, let's get on with the video. So we are going to start with 2011, and I got this information from the Perfume Girl, the blog. When we're in the 2011, the blogs were a great way to find out information on the new products coming out, photos, scent notes. So that's how I got a lot of my older information. So, but for 2011, they had Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, which was described as a warm spiced pumpkin, crisp apple, and juicy cranberry. I have this version right here. I believe it was 2021, I think, this version. But they said it had top notes of pumpkin, fresh, crisp apple. The middle were fresh ginger, fruity jasmine, cinnamon spice, touch of gingerbread. Base notes, amber, soft musk, hint of rum, creamy vanilla, and a touch of sandalwood. So a while ago, they gave us the top, middle, and base notes. Now we just get a few notes in the back, and this version says heirloom pumpkin, autumn cinnamon, ginger snap, and whipped vanilla. And this scent has pretty much come out every year. And this is my least favorite of the pumpkins. It's kind of like a fruity pumpkin spice. I don't dislike this, but it's not my favorite. But it must be a lot of people's favorite for it to come out every single year. This is probably the most re-released fall scent at Bath & Body Works. And it's also, they also repackage it for Halloween and call it pumpkin carving, I'm pretty sure. Okay, and then they also had one called Warm Harvest Apple, which was a crisp blend of juicy apple, pink pear, and lemon sugar. And the top notes were Macintosh apple, pink pear, lemon sugar. The middle notes were green candied apple, fresh sugar cane. Base notes were vanilla bean, white woods, and musk. That sounds amazing. It sounds really fruity and sweet, but it has some like a little bit of musk and vanilla to make it like creamy and balance it out, give it some depth. I would love to know what that one smelled like. And then we had Cozy Autumn Vanilla, which also sounds amazing. It's a warm blend of fresh vanilla bean, soft caramel, and comforting creamy musk. And the top notes were fresh vanilla bean, soft caramel. The middle was white orchid, sugared mimosa, hints of sesame. And the base was warm vanilla milk, coconut musk, and sandalwood and praline. That sounds so good too, really creamy with the vanilla and caramel. It sounds so good. And then there was Sparkling Berry Bliss, which was a rich blend of juicy berries, red pomegranate, and luscious plums. They had a nice fruity one in the mix. And this is sparkling pomegranate, Marabelle plum. In the middle was sugared rose, so I added some floral to it. And the base was vanilla extract, sensual mahogany, and dark rum. Give it quite a bit of depth. And this was like in that old packaging. I'll show a picture on the screen. Now we'll move on to 2012. And I believe I also got this from the same blog, The Perfume Girl. And this is just the fall traditions, and the forms they came out in was the fine fragrance mist, shower gel, lotion, cream, and scrub. So they brought back sweet cinnamon pumpkin again. And then it said that a scent that was returning was brown sugar and fig. I never got my hands on it, but I know that one has been re-released throughout the years. And this one says, warm up a fall memory with fresh figs, candied in caramelized brown sugar, and soft musk. And the top notes are fresh fig, passion fruit, white peach. Mid is warm coconut milk, vanilla orchid, sheer jasmine, yellow freesia. And the dry notes are caramelized brown sugar, fig leaves, maple, vanilla bean, and velvet musk. I always wanted to get my hands on that one. I feel like I remember seeing it in the stores in the past, but that's just one I never picked up. And then it said new, that this was a new scent in 2012, was honey autumn apple. It says fall into a sweetly scented recipe of juicy red apple, sparkling pear, and yummy blackberry. And the top notes were crisp red apple, sparkling pear, watery clementine, and juicy blackberry. Mid was sparkling nectarine, pink peony, vanilla orchard, and the dry down was golden amber, tonka bean, and a touch of honey. It kind of similar to champagne apple and honey. There's some different notes, but it kind of reminds me of that. Maybe champagne apple and honey was like it stemmed from that one, maybe? I don't know. And then this one sounds so good for the vanilla lovers, is Dreamy Vanilla Woods. Dreams come true with a country fresh blend of white orchid, creamy vanilla, and saffron woods. This one sounds so elevated, like a really high-end perfume in my opinion. The top notes were creamy vanilla, sparkling bergamot, juicy mandarin, and orange blossom. The mid was white orchid, jasmine petals, juicy peach, warm cinnamon, and the dry was vanilla bourbon, creamy saffron, amber, sandalwood, and a touch of honey. Doesn't that sound amazing? Now let's move on to 2013, and I got this information from Life Inside the Page, her blog, which is a great resource for anything Bath and Body Works. She has it like categorized throughout the years. She had some issues recently with Facebook, and I'm not really sure what's going on. I feel like a bunch of people are being bullies, but her Facebook page got taken down, and I believe her personal page as well, which is not right because she had a lot of pictures of her family, her sister who passed away on her personal page, and people have been mass reporting her apparently. I don't know what the drama is or the situation. All I know is it isn't right, and people should leave her alone. I love Life Inside the Page. I love going to her blog and getting information, and I just don't get why people are harassing her. I really don't. So she did write on her blog to let people know her vlog is still active. She's still updating on her blog, so I will link that down below so you can check it out and you get all the upcoming information. So yeah, we definitely need to support her blog, us Bath and Body Works lovers. But anyways, that's my little rant. Let's move on. So this is the fall traditions, and it did say on the page that it was going to launch August 19th, 2013. And the forms that these products came in were travel size lotion mist, also a full size lotion, shower gel, fine fragrance mist, whipped shimmer, body cream, and sweet cinnamon pumpkin only. And it says the packaging was the same theme as last year, 2012, so they didn't really switch it up. So here are the scents. Napa Autumn Blackberry, which has notes of Napa Blackberry, juice and mandarin, honeysuckle, and raspberry and cocoa. That sounds pretty good. Aspen Caramel Woods. That one had notes of juicy plum, white aspen woods, whipped caramel, bourbon vanilla. Anything with bourbon vanilla, I love. Jasmine blossom. And then we have Vermont Honey Apple, which has notes of crisp Vermont apple, golden honey, creamy peony, sparkling pear, and tonka bean, which sounds so good too. And then of course, sweet cinnamon pumpkin again. They did describe the notes a little differently, so I'm just gonna read it off. They described it as New England pumpkin, crisp apple, ginger, spice, vanilla, hint of rum. So that year they were like doing places like Napa, Aspen, Vermont, New England. And now we'll move on to 2014, and I did get my information from Musing of a Muse. She did have a blog. I believe she still has an active blog. I usually could find her blog on Pinterest. So Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin again came back, and I did write down the notes because I did have the top, mid, and dry. So the top, and it looked like there was some changes. Top said heirloom pumpkin, crisp apple, fresh ginger. The mid is ginger snap, autumn cinnamon, sheer jasmine. The dry is spice vanilla, golden amber, hint of rum. And I also believe this is the first year of pumpkin marshmallow latte, but they called it pumpkin latte and marshmallow. And in the blog, she was very excited for this one coming out because it was previously a candle. But this one has top notes of white ginger, sheer jasmine, raspberry nectar. The mid is pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow, fresh nutmeg. And the dry is creamy sandalwood, praline musk, and warm vanilla. And then there was also one called plum, moscato, and almond. This one has top notes of plum, moscato, black currant, crisp bergamot. The mid is lily blossom, autumn peony, and heliotrope. And the dry is toasted almond, vanilla woods, and creamy sandalwood. That sounds so good too, really creamy. I love almond scents, and it just sounds really, I don't know, it sounds kind of fancy. And there was also one called Pear and Cashmere Woods. It had top notes of white nectarine, Granny Smith apple. The mid was Barlett pear, creamy fig, wild jasmine. The dry down was Cashmere Woods, sheer amber, and exotic sandalwood. And then there was also one called Honey Crisp Apple and Buttered Rum. I think that would be amazing. I love like the boozy scents mixed with apple. But this one has top notes of honey crisp apple, juniper berry, creamy cardamom. The mid is buttered rum, orange blossom, raspberry nectar, and the dry down is redwood musk, golden amberwood, and tonka bean. Now we'll move on to 2015. I did get this information from Life Inside the Page. And the theme this year, 2015, was Jump into Fall. And I believe they started releasing this September 9th, 2015. And it is their fall traditions. And this is when they changed the name to Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, which was formerly Pumpkin Latte and Marshmallow. And they described it as having top notes of white ginger snap, or white ginger, sheer jasmine, raspberry nectar. The mid was pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow, fresh nutmeg, and the dry was creamy sandalwood, praline musk, and warm vanilla. And this is my version from 2024, and on the back it says pumpkin latte, toasted marshmallow, creamy sandalwood, and praline musk. Just a really pretty creamy scent. And you know what's funny? It wasn't on Life Inside the Page, it was on a different blog. She said she wished this had more latte. Like it was still pretty, but she didn't smell the latte or coffee, and I still feel the same, but it's very beautiful. It's another one that returns almost every year along with Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And then there is also Perfect Autumn Day, which has top notes of Barlett pear, crystallized ginger, honey crisp apple, maple leaf accord. The mid is crisp autumn air, fig leaf, ice magnolia, raspberry blossoms. And the dry is maple toffee, amber woods, emerald moss, and sandalwood. I believe that's still a candle. Let us know down below. I'm pretty sure it's still a candle and like hand soap and stuff. And then there was one called Plum Cider Warmth. And the top notes are Maribel plum, apple cider, sparkling pear, white nectarine. The mid is cashmere vanilla, jasmine petals, warm toffee. And the dry down is golden rum, sugared musk, and sandalwood. And then we have Sun Crisp Apple Harvest, which the top notes are Sun Crisp Apple, Harvest Lemon, Juicy Red Currant. The mid is Orchard Leaves, Apple Blossom, Water Lily, Clove Buds. And the dry is Jasmine Woods, Warm Amber, Velvet Musk, and Whipped Vanilla. It sounds like a fancy perfume to me. And also, of course, Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And those came in fine fragrance mist, the body lotion, shower gel, body cream, a body scrub, a travel trio, and lip gloss. Now we'll move on to 2016, and I did get this information from Musing of a Muse. Now, I do believe this is the first year for Champagne Apple and Honey, and they describe it as having top notes of Granny Smith apple, red apple slices, pink currant tart, boysenberry. The mid is sparkling champagne accord, peony petals, golden jasmine, and the dry down is honey nectar, liquid vanilla, white woods, birch bark, and autumn air musk. And this is my 2024 version, which says crisp apples, sparkling champagne, jasmine honey, and autumn woods. I do know throughout the years they probably have switched up the formula, changed the way things smell a little bit. But it's so pretty. It's just like an apple, a crisp red apple. I love it. A lot of people do. It's a lot of people's favorite. And the next one, I believe I've seen this in people's like collection videos, is golden pear and brown sugar, which sounds so good. And the top notes are Italian bergamot, decadent pistachio mousse. I wish they would bring this one back. Sugared almond cookie. Doesn't that sound so good? The mid is caramelized praline, toasted hazelnut, and plum blossom. And the dry is silken vanilla, glazed chocolate wood, and whipped musk. Yes, please bring that one back. And of course, we have Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin again. And then this one was a new one, is Sparkling Lemoncello, which it describes it as having top notes of sparkling lemon, like a kefir lime, I think, ruby grapefruit, and garden mint. The mid is nectarine, lemongrass, orange flower, verbena, and the dry is white musk and spun sugar. So that one sounds interesting. I feel like I have heard people talk about that one quite a bit. And then Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte came back as well. And the notes for that year are sugared pumpkin caramel. The mid is vanilla orchid, cardamom, apple. The dry is white musk, spun sugar. So I thought the notes were a little different. I'm curious how it smelled. And then they had one called Orchard Leaves and Blue Sky. This is probably like the fresh, clean one out of the group. And it has top notes of blue sky accord, Macintosh apple, sparkling mandarin, woodland berries, mid jasmine water, dewy maggot, I don't know what that word is, velvet orris, and then the dry down is oak moss, blonde woods, and amber. So this one sounds more cologne-y, more masculine, like a fresh, clean one. But I just wanted to read what she wrote in her blog about the new about pumpkin latte. She said she wished pumpkin latte smelled more pumpkin latte-like, but it's still good, and it's a sister to Beach Nights. So that's what she said. Now we're into 2017, and I got my information from the blog A Very Sweet Blog. I got it from two different vlogs because she didn't have all the information. I wrote down from what she said about the 2017 collection was. She thought the packaging was adorable, but the scents were light, very light. The one that stood out to her and smelt the best was champagne, apple, and honey. I just thought that was interesting to note on what someone thought of like how the scents were back then. And then I ended up getting the rest of my information from Life Inside the Page. So here are the body care items. And this year they had like a name, like a name for the scent, and then the actual like traditional name. Like the first one is Fall is in the Air, and that one is Bright Autumn Blooms, which has notes of warm marigold petals, sparkling bergamot, cedar leaf, golden amber, and sandalwood. The next one is a Latte Love, which is marshmallow pumpkin latte. And then Apple of My Eye, which is champagne, apple, and honey. And you know, Melissa C here on YouTube, she has a wonderful Bath and Body Works channel. In her collection videos, she still owns a lot of these older scents. So you can see the packaging and everything. I highly recommend checking out her collection videos. There was also one called Hello Autumn, which was salted caramel apricot, and that one had notes of buttery caramel, sea salt, apricot brandy, maplewood, and vanilla bean. And then there was one called Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice, which was spice pumpkin cider. And that one had notes of heirloom pumpkin, royal cinnamon, apple cider, roasted tonka bean, and spun sugar, which honestly, it sounds very similar to sweet cinnamon pumpkin. They just like changed up the name a little bit. And these came in, or it came in fine fragrance mist and the travel size, and then it came in body cream, creamy body wash scrub, and body butter. Now 2018, and the source I got it was from the article from Pop Sugar, and it says the release date for all these items was August 27th, 2018. So Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte came back, and I do have some prices that I thought were interesting. The cream was $14, the lotion was $13, the shower gel was $13, and the mist was $15. And then they also came back out with Bright Autumn Blooms. They came out with that the previous year, 2017. They came back with Champagne Apple and Honey, Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin, of course, and then they came out Crisp Orchard Leaves, which I wrote down the scent notes, which is Mountain Air, Oak Leaves, Apple, and Pear. So it's like a fresh, clean, maybe a little masculine, but it has the fruits in there to sweeten it up. And then this one sounds really good. Whipped Vanilla and Spice. And that one had notes of vanilla, cinnamon, tonka bean, and honey. And this year I thought they had really cute packaging as well. I love the whole packaging of that year. It was very like traditional fall, beautiful colors. I liked it, especially on like the body cream. And then they also had one called Sugared Cranberry Cider, which had notes of cranberry, mulberry, plum, blossom, and musk. And then they also came out with Almond Blossom, which I've seen in a lot of people's videos, and I still believe it comes out in like hand sanitizer and candle. I believe in like hand soap. It comes out in other forms in like home fragrance. But that one had notes of sweet almond, vanilla orchid, and cashmere musk. I wish I would bring that one back too, but I did hear it was more floral. And then 2019, I did get this information from Life Inside the Page. And the forms that the body care came out in that year were lotion, a body cream, a shower gel, a fine fragrance mist, hand cream, travel mist, and lotion. And there was also an exfoliating apple, whipped marshmallow, smoothing pumpkin body scrubs, and bath fizzies. So Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin came back, so did Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, as well as Champagne Apple and Honey. And then we had Sugared Cranberry Cider, a sweet and tangy blend of wild cranberries, juicy mulberries, plum blossoms, and velvet musk. And then Wild Blackberry and Vanilla, which I've seen in a lot of videos too. I remember seeing that packaging. A cozy fruity mix of blackberry nectar, whipped vanilla, golden amber, and creamy sandalwood. And then this one I heard ton of people talking about this one. It's a lot of people's favorites. A lot of people loved it. They always ask Bath and Body Works, please bring this one back. So I would love to try this one. Is toasted praline and pear, a warm nutty treat of poached pear, toasted praline, graham cracker, and tonka bean. Now let's move on to 2020, and the information I got the information from Pop Sugar, and I just want to say this year I love the packaging. I thought it was so cute. So they had Sweather Weather in their fall line. This one is Suncrest Apple, Autumn Leaves, and Orchard Woods. I enjoy Sweather Weather. It's kind of like a fresh, but you get the apple. It's like a fresh clean with apple, a little bit sweet. Kind of smells perfumey, and this one's supposed to be re-released for winter this year. And someone in my one video said they're hoping it is the winter version, and I'm hoping it's the winter version too. Also champagne apple and honey. And then this one, which I actually owned and used up, was vanilla mocha cafe. I had the body cream and the fine fragrance mist. I used up the fine fragrance mist a while back, and then the body cream, I actually used it up maybe last year because it was starting to go. And yeah, I made sure I used it all up so I didn't have to throw it out. But that one had notes of coffee, tonka bean, cappuccino, and vanilla orchid. And actually, I got that as a Christmas gift from my coworker Jonathan that year. We did a Christmas exchange, and I wrote I wanted Bath and Body Works, and that's what he chose for me. And also marshmallow pumpkin latte came out that year. Strawberry pound cake as well. It was a really cute collection. Like, they were all packaged the same. This is my older version of strawberry pound cake. I believe this is the original packaging. It actually doesn't have the notes on it. That's why I grabbed it. But it's just a sweet strawberry like cake. So it made sense that it went into that collection. And then they had sparkling plum prosecco, which had notes of plum, blackberry, and citruses. And I also seen golden sunflower. I believe I seen a photo of it as like a sugar scrub. But I have one from 2023 SAS, and this one has notes of sunflower petals, orange flower, and fresh vanilla. It's a very beautiful, like, transitional scent because you still kind of get that sunscreen, but it's warm. And then also, this one's a super popular one that a lot of people want Bath and Body Works to bring back, is Sugar Cherry Crisp, which had notes of vanilla, cherry, biscuit, and spun sugar. Yes, please bring that one back too. And now this one for 2021, I have a ton. I believe I will be listing off like 29 different products. And I got this information from Source, from Queen of the Girl Geeks, Bonnie's blog. So yeah, I have a ton of scents, and a lot of these you'll probably remember, so I'm going to try to go through them very quickly. But that was the year they brought out Coconut Candy Apple, which has notes of candy red apple, shredded coconut, and vanilla spice. Everyone loves that one. Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. And then there was, I believe this is the first year Pumpkin Pecan Waffles was brought out in body care. And this one has maple syrup, golden waffles, and pumpkin spice. And then Pumpkin Cupcake came out, which had whipped buttercream, pumpkin spice, and vanilla cake batter, which a lot of people love. I do have that in the hand soap, and it does smell very good. And then Blueberry Sugar Pancakes, which was a lot of people's favorites as well, which had sugared blueberries, fresh pancakes, and caramel cream drizzle. Strawberry Pound Cake came out as well. And then they had another collection. This is a different line with different packaging. They had Champagne Apple and Honey, and then Marigold and Cane Sugar, which has notes of yellow currant, golden marigold, and amber musk. And then White Tea and Sage, which has notes of sparkling bergamot, white tea, fresh sage, and violet woods. That was supposed to come out for fall too, but it got canceled this year. And also another one is Black Raspberry Vanilla, which is fresh raspberries, vine ripened blackberries, and vanilla orchid. they had another collection with different packaging that, like, this year was awesome. I wish I was into Bath and Body Works back then. I always loved Bath and Body Works, but I wasn't as into it as I am now. But this sounded like a wonderful year. So the other collection, they had Open Sky, which was also spoiled to come out this fall, but it never released. And that one had notes of wild blackberries, soft violet, and a cloud of comforting vanilla, honey, wildflower, which also got canceled this year. I don't know, there's a lot of issues this year with Bath and Body Works. Pumpkin pecan waffle was also canceled as well. But this is my version from that year. And this is crisp pear, fresh wildflowers, and sweet honey. Every time I smell it, I think of shampoo or soap. I like it, it's clean. But there's a little warmth and floral and honey. But yeah, my initial, like when I first sniff it, it reminds me of shampoo. And then Sunrise Woods as well came out, and I want to say this is the first year. I'm not 100%, but this is my version from 2024. And this one has notes of creamy sandalwood, sweet berries, cozy cashmere, beautiful, like sweet, cozy, creamy berry, but the berries blended very nicely. A lot of people really enjoy this one. I do as well. I remember my daughter loved this. And also we have Pink Berry Clouds, which has notes of strawberry sponge sugar, marshmallow fluff, and fresh air, which sounds so good. Lakeside Citrus, Autumn Air, Citrus Zest, and Sparkling Water, which I believe is still in home fragrance. And then another collection, it says Fall Floor Set 2. We have Raspberry Chiffon, which has black raspberry, ice pear, whipped sugar, and then Sweet Whiskey, which is my 2023 version, which has notes of golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries. Ooh, I love Sweet Whiskey. It's strong. It's a boozy, sweet, like with berries. So I guess there's another version of this too that has apple in it, which I would love for them to come back with that. And then we have Autumn Violets, which had violet petals, wild fig, and velvet vines. Then we also had Ivory Cashmere, which had fresh lakeside air, silver musk, and white amber. I do remember smelling it last year, and I didn't love it personally. But I still wish I would have picked it up so I have it to reference. And then also Bonfire Bash, which had notes of vanilla bourbon, creamy sandalwood, and cashmere musk. That's one almost everyone wants Bonfire Bash to come back. And then also Crisp Morning Air, which is crisp fall breeze, golden amberwood, and juicy apple. This one I'm pretty sure is still in like home fragrance. And then we have one called Wrapped in Sunshine, which had notes of golden citrus, white peach, and blonde woods. And of course, sweet cinnamon pumpkin. And then it said new in the faceted collection, champagne, apple, and honey came out. And it was already in a different collection. So yeah, they just had it in two collections, I guess. That was interesting to see. Also Mad About You, which has notes of blackcurrant, bright peony, pink jasmine, white patchouli, and vanilla musk. I do see that scent in a lot of people's outlet haul videos, or like shop with me's at the outlets. Unfortunately, I don't have an outlet that close to me, but I would love to go to one. Also Golden Sunflower, and we have Sweater Weather. And then also Pink Velvet Cupcake, which I still hear people talk about today, which had notes of sparkling red berries, whipped pink marshmallow, and sugared praline. And plus, they also released a brand new collection that year, which was Fairy Tale, and I believe this is the original packaging, honestly. And this one had notes of pomegranate nectar, fresh orange blossoms, vanilla bean, and warm amber. And it's beautiful, beautiful perfumey. I know this is a dupe, I believe, for YSL Libra or Lib. It smells like high-end. It's sweet. A lot of people loved it, and they did re-release this last year for a holiday. Okay, so now we're in 2022, and I did get my information from Life Inside the Page and Musing of a Muse's blog. So as we got on to, like, this year I had a hard time finding like lists of the body care, but I do know they came out with Autumn Drive. This is my version from 2024, and it has notes of wild raspberry, warm amber, vanilla birch. It's definitely like a berry raspberry forward scent. It's very fruity, sweet, but there's also something in here, probably like the vanilla birch, that makes you think of fall. But honestly, you could wear this you can wear anything whenever you want, but this one, I don't think it screams fall, kind of like champagne apple and honey. They also came out with Golden Hour Coast, which has notes of pear, and it was woodsy, and it had bergamot. And then also Sunrise Woods came back out that year, and I believe that is the version I bought my daughter because the packaging looks familiar. Also, Poppy was new that year for fall preview, and here is my packaging. I believe this is the same packaging, and it has notes of fresh morning dew, wild poppy, sugared rhubarb, juicy pear. A lot of people love Poppy. It is so pretty. It's another perfumey, sweet. You get the pear. The rhubarb adds something to it. It's really good. I actually enjoy mixing this with strawberry, like pound cake or strawberry scents, to make like a strawberry rhubarb jelly, I guess. But I know in everything I was reading back 2022, a lot of people love this and were very excited for this. This was like their signature collection. And then returning scents that year were marshmallow pumpkin latte, blueberry sugar pancakes, champagne apple and honey, pumpkin cupcake. I believe that was the second time it came back, but it hasn't came back since. And in the blog, she said this scent was new, but it wasn't because it came out the year prior. Is Pink Berry Clouds, which has notes of strawberry, spun sugar, marshmallow fluff, and fresh air. And now, 2023. This is the year I started getting into Bath & Body Works. So we have Moonlit Martini, which has notes of vibrant fruit, sparkling gin, midnight musk, fruity boozy scent. We have Copper Fields, which is Harvest Sun, fresh wildflowers, bronze woods, which is a nice like transitional scent from summer to fall. It's warmer than Golden Sunflower, but you still get a little bit of that sunscreen. We have Fresh Vanilla Blossoms, which has notes of suede petals, soft sandalwood, vanilla bean. This is like a kind of clean, fresh, like floral vanilla. We have Cozy Vanilla Bourbon, which was a very popular one, my favorite, which is warm bourbon, dark fruit, vanilla liqueur. Oh, yum, I love this. Chasing Fireflies, which is like their signature line, or signature scent for 2023 for fall, which has golden pear, jasmine blooms, illuminating woods. This has mixed reviews. Some people think it smells like bug spray. And the fall traditions last year were sweet cinnamon pumpkin, champagne apple and honey, pumpkin pecan waffles, sweater weather, and then we have Together Weather. This is my 2023 packaging, which has notes of blushing breeze, sugar, cardamom, and soft cedar. Very beautiful. It reminds everyone of Charosta 40. It's a very beautiful fall scent without being apple or pumpkin. It's gorgeous. Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte, also Ivory Cashmere. This was a big year. Leaves came out in body care, and a lot of people don't think this is ever coming back in body care, which has notes of crisp apple, golden nectar, warm clove spice. It smells like the candle. It smells like air freshener. It's beautiful, it's strong, it's apple, it's spice, but a lot of people didn't love it as body care. I like it as the weather gets cooler. I like using it at night because it smells wonderful. We have Fall in Bloom, which mine is almost gone, is Juicy Plum Wild Blooms Velvet Moss. I believe this is a dupe for Burberry Her. We have Black Cherry Merlot, which I love as well. Dark Cherry, Black Raspberry Merlot. I think last year was a wonderful year for fall. And now we'll move on to our current year, 2024. So I also got this information from Life Inside the Page. We are not done with fall. We're still waiting on fall 3 to drop, but let's tell you guys what has came out so far. So 1,000 Wishes will be getting a packaging update, and we're still waiting on Platinum, which has notes of sparkling bergamot, silver blooms, patchouli musk. I read on Reddit from an employee that it's a sweeter version of Into the Night. Also, Autumn Drive came back, Together Weather came back, and so did Sunrise Woods. The Everyday Luxuries came back, and it's more widely available to everyone. I'm going to go through that collection real quick. I'm not going to read the scent notes, but we'll just do it real quick. We have Oh Cherry, Viva Vanilla, Floral Fantasy, Covered in Roses, Pink Obsessed, Petal Parade, If You Musk, Getaway Soiree, On the Horizon, and Lost in Santal. Also, we have some online exclusives this year. Sweet Whiskey came back as an online exclusive. So did Cozy Vanilla Bourbon. I have the one from this year that I purchased online. I actually dropped it the day I got it. It still sprays, but not the same. I love Cozy Vanilla Bourbon. It's like one of my favorites. Some people think it's lighter this year. I'm not. I think it smells the same as last year, but I haven't worn it all day because I'm still using up my older one. To the Night is doing a packaging redo. This is the older packaging. It does have newer packaging. It's really pretty. Kind of similar though. Vanilla Romance is like the fall signature line, like Chasing Fireflies was last year, which has notes of fresh cardamom, vanilla absolute, captivating woods. It's a very woody, spicy scent. I don't get a lot of vanilla. I get a lot of the woods, like cardamom, stuff like that, but I do enjoy this one. And then they came out with the Milk and Cocoa Shea Honey. I forgot to grab the Cocoa Shea Honey, but the Milk is fragrances, notes of sugar, oats, and whipped vanilla for a creamy, cozy scent. I think these are so good. I love these. Also, we have Champagne Apple and Honey, which came back out in Marshmallow Pumpkin Latte. And if I didn't say, Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin is back as an online exclusive. We also got this little collection, which came out with Blueberry Bun Cake, which has notes of harvest blueberries, honey drizzle, fluffy cake. It's a beautiful blueberry, like gourmand cake scent. So good. It's still available. And then we have Pumpkin Swirl Cake. It's like pumpkin caramel. I like this one more than Sweet Cinnamon Pumpkin. And then Strawberry Pound Cake came in that collection. And then for a fall preview, I forgot to grab it, is Gingham Glow. But whew, that is everything from 2011 to current 2024. And just so you guys know, this is mostly focused on fall traditions, so there are going to be a lot of scents that I didn't talk about in today's video. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of all these scents. If you remember any of them, which one were your favorites? Which one didn't I talk about that you loved for fall? And I also plan on doing this video for holiday time to go back to 2011 through every year and talk about all the holiday tradition scents. But anyways, guys, that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is a long one, and I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.